After being summoned for a mysterious mission, it turns out our friends are not as prepared as they thought they were, as upon arriving at their destination, they discover the package they were sent to collect has been stolen by some mysterious outsiders. So begins a game of cat and mouse that will leave them with even more questions, because how did these thieves know about the package? Was it just a lucky grab, or is there something else going on here? Either way, the price just went up on this mission. Quick note from the DM, thank you again for supporting us, we could not do this without you. And if you would like to help us be able to tell more cool stories, please check out our Patreon, see what donations you can spare to help keep the Opal Star sailing across the skies. And remember, every little bit helps, whether it's $1 or a review. Last time we left off with you've finally arrived at the place where you're supposed to pick up the package, a little outpost on Krylia 3, only to find it was literally just stolen. You're not entirely sure by who. So you guys were heading for the airlock where you can take a little buggy out to chase down whoever just stole the package, while Shadow stays behind to see if she can learn more about what's going on. So Shadow's sort of stepped aside and she's talking to the person who greeted y'all at the door, and Sona's going to stay with you guys, and you double check that all of your suits are on correctly, and who's going to drive I think I described it as kind of like the gator golf carts. Yep. There's space for 2 people in the front and then room for 2 people in the back.
Question. Are the flight suits the things that are atmospherically ready to go out into open space?
I'm just gonna say yes. And you have the helmets that help you be able to breathe, because there's not much of an atmosphere, though I forgot to mention, building is in the sort of like atmosphere bubble. Stepping out the door, you won't immediately be stuck outside of an atmosphere, but there's like a little sort of archway that once you drive through it, there's going to be the normal planet atmosphere.
It's like a building inside of a building. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I will get my fancy spacesuit ready and I'll jump in the back, because I sure as heck can get that.
Who's gonna drive?
I thought we were gonna have Sona drive.
Yes.
That's what you said last time.
Oh, Sona's going with you? Hang on, I don't remember if she has vehicle proficiency. Give me a second.
I do not have vehicle proficiency, so that is not my thing.
I was gonna say, I think everyone but Farida has vehicle proficiency in planetary vehicles. That was what we found out last time, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't look like Sona does, unless I forgot to write that down. So if one of y'all would like to drive, Sona's just going along, sort of backup.
I can do it.
Oh, okay.
I can drive unless someone else really wants to.
It's just going to be kind of whoever gets behind the wheel of the vehicle first.
Alright, then I'll go.
Anima, do you want to sit up in the front with Vilena, or do you want to sit in the back with Farida?
Well, if Farida's already in the back, then I guess I'll sit up front. I don't know, can I fit up front?
Yes! Yes, please sit up.
It was big.
There's enough space in the front and in the back to fit 2 bodies. It might be like a tad squished, but it won't be uncomfortable.
I sit in the front with Violina.
And so Farida Sona's just gonna come and sit next to you.
Sounds dope.
And y'all head off. And you also have little communicators Shadow gave you to sort of keep in touch. Alright, so roll me, everyone, a perception check.
With this game, I remembered to have my dice next to me. Definitely.
Give me one moment.
BJ, hey.
Oh, that's a 19 plus something.
Hey, BJ, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Wow. Yay!
And Vilena, what did you get?
I got an 11, so please take Casey's number.
I got a 21.
Alright, so Sona also got an 18. So as you are leaving the surface of the planet, it's just kind of like black and kind of grainy and rocky. So there aren't a lot of features. There's like some hills and outcroppings, but Vilena, you think you see kind of what looks like some sort of tracks going off straight ahead.
Okay.
Everyone else, those are definitely tracks as well as some drag marks, so you can tell they went that way.
And they're probably being slowed down by something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go after him.
Alright, so y'all head off. And, well, yeah, since y'all rolled such good perception, I'm not going to make you do a survival check to be able to follow it, because y'all saw it real good. So as you're driving along, it gets a little bumpy, and you follow it sort of around a curve, and you see, surprisingly, a building. It's much smaller than the science outpost, and as you're driving along, I'll hear a message from Shadow through the earpieces, and she's saying, so they're still a little fuzzy on what stole the package, but some of the scientists here, they think there is an old guard outpost that's been abandoned. It's also used for storage, and they think they might have taken it there. It might be at least worth checking out.
We're gonna follow these tracks and see if they take us to that guard post. Maybe they go beyond. Let's find out.
And the guard post also has like a little atmosphere bubble over it. Is anyone going to respond to Shadow?
I'll ask, why was it abandoned? Do you guys not have any guards at all? Or do they just stay on the base?
They decided it would be more efficient to just have a single guard on base and have a ship monitoring. I guess they thought it would be a bigger operation here than it ended up being. I'm not entirely sure, but it also serves as sort of like a backup if anything goes wrong, so the guard and the scientists can retreat back there and stay there for safety if something compromises the lab.
Okay, so it's never checked except for when it's being added to, or when the storage is being accessed.
Sometimes different operations will use it more often. It just kind of depends on the people in charge. But Sona, I'm sending you the access codes. It might take a second, but you should be able to get them without any issue. I'm still working on getting a description of the people and what the package might be.
Okay.
It's trying to raise some more questions, but I'll keep y'all in the loop.
Okay.
Oh, Captain,
Sanima?
we did find some tracks that we're following.
They seem to be dragging something.
Yeah.
Good to know, and kind of strange, but I guess that fits with the size of what the scientists have been describing. I'll let you know when I learn more, and thanks for letting me know.
Okay.
And she cuts out, and y'all, as you guys get close, you see that it's also in the same little atmosphere bubble, and as you pull up to the gate, you notice it kind of has a reddish tinge to it, and that's when Sona says, "It looks like it's locked. Stay in the vehicle, and I will begin the unlocking procedure." She pops out and walks over and begins typing something into a panel.
As she's unlocking, can we do a perimeter and drive around the building once?
Yeah.
So we might want to let Sona know that we're doing that.
Should someone stay with her to make sure nobody sneak attacks her or anything?
Okay, so Anima, you're saying behind to keep an eye on Sona, while Ferda and Violina do a circle around to see if they spot anything.
It would be bad if there was a ship, for example, on the other side of the dome that we didn't know about, that they were already loading something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Alright, so circle around and roll me perception.
Ooh, yay. That is 22.
Well.
Looks like I'm not gonna need one of these maps. Just damn it, guys, you're too fast. So there's a ship in the back, and there's two people loading something into the back. You still can't access it, but it's a little shuttle people might use to sort of quick transportation between planets if it's going somewhere nearby. But you can't access it. And when they actually roll me stealth if y'all are trying to be sneaky.
Why not?
Yes! Nat 20!
That's an 18 for me.
27.
Yep, hold up. What is it?
Stealth?
Stealth. Yeah, that's gonna be a 20 for me.
27.
I thought I was prepared for this. Ah! So they don't notice you. They're too distracted trying to load something big and kind of clunky onto the back of their ship. It's mostly loaded. They're just trying to get everything situated, and there's only two of them, and one just sort of stops, does a little glance around, somehow does not see either of you driving around on your little dune buggy.
It's fine.
One sort of glances around, doesn't seem to notice, pulls out a communication device and says something into it. You guys are too far away to really understand what it is that they're saying.
About how many feet away from them are we?
I have no idea. You're far enough away that they didn't notice you. And basically a space golf cart.
Yeah, they don't notice us. And then isn't there a barrier, you said?
It's kind of like a transparent bubble. But it's one you can't get into unless it's through the gate that Sona's unlocking.
Okay, so we would have to go through the building.
Yeah.
Are they more than 60 feet away from us?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Why are you asking?
Because I have magic that I can cast. And it doesn't need line of sight to be able to reach the things that I want to cast.
But if they know we're here, they're just gonna move faster.
They don't know we're here, and the spell makes them move slower.
For how long?
For up to 10 minutes.
I think it's worth a shot.
I'm gonna say you're over 60 feet away, just because I don't want to throw away all of my session notes.
Sure.
Well,
I thought I was prepared. I was not.
You said it yourself. You created a chaos crew. We're just like playing in the box.
yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you're not quite close enough.
Alrighty, but we know that if we were to, for example, get inside the bubble and race around the building, we can get to the ship.
Yeah.
That's useful.
Maybe you can get to it before they're finished loading everything.
Let's
Yeah.
radio ahead to the people that are waiting for us as we race back the way that we came, so we're not taking longer.
Zoom!
Yeah.
Little dune buggy. Who's radioing ahead?
I will.
I was gonna say.
That's the safe driver thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, I take a picture of the ship.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Are there any definitive markings on the ship?
Looks like an ordinary shuttle.
Okay. There aren't any, like, not codes, but...
Oh yeah, identify marks for the shuttle. Yeah, like numbers or identifiers on the ship.
Didn't think about this.
In a whole other area for us to go through. Look, she's not paired.
I didn't think this much about the shuttle. Y'all weren't supposed to find it until because I'm an idiot and didn't think about giving the outpost. There's nothing that sticks out in particular about it.
Then I'm only going to ask that we gain one thing of benefit from this, besides the fact that we can run around the building. Getting pictures of the people that are doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a recording device, and I'm a camera person.
Go for it.
Then I will take pictures of the people that are doing it as we race away, and as I'm radioing ahead saying, hey, get that thing open. We see them loading it into the back of a ship.
Are you able to tell what it is?
Large case, closed up, looks like multiple people pushing it around. How many people was it?
2.
Looks like 2 people moving it around. They're trying to load it on what looks like a short hop ship. Looks like they're not planning on going any super far distance with this, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, if they can get it into a larger ship, they could be gone.
You hear Shadow coming over like, damn it. Okay, stall them if you can. I'm gonna bring the ship over. I don't care if it's a stupid tracking device. I'll be over quick. Just stall them if you can. Sona, this might be more than we bargained for.
That we can do. Hey, Anima, would you be able to use a little bit of brute force to help with that door?
That's not how that kind of door works. Anima, you've probably at least have heard people talking. You can't really brute force your way through this door.
You say, I have a code breaker thing.
You're not here.
No.
Nope.
Data lock code breaker, that's what it is.
Alright, Sona's gonna be like, Roger that, Captain, I'm almost through. We should be through by the time they come back around. Y'all just zip back around the corner around the time you see the color of the doorway change from the red to the more sort of transparency of the rest of the bubble. And y'all can go through. Like I said, it's a small building.
Lovely. Everyone hop on. We're going to drive around.
Yep.
Okay.
Would like to go through the building? Can't right now.
We would love to, but we have important things to go get.
Gotta go.
We're on the wrong side of the building, but notice.
Lena, I'm guessing you're flooring it.
Yeah.
Once everyone gets in, pedal meets floor.
Yes. I hope you all have seatbelts on.
It's like flooring a golf cart, so it's not the fastest thing in the world.
Okay, but still, I don't want people, like, falling out of it.
It's okay. I have vehicle proficiency.
That doesn't mean you're falling out of vehicle proficiency.
No, I think that depends entirely on dexterity.
I'm wearing my seatbelt, so I'm less concerned.
We're in the back.
Yeah. Haven't you seen the seatbelts on the back of golf carts?
This is more like a gator and less like a golf cart.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sona's braced herself so you are less likely to go flying up. As y'all turn around the corner, start approaching the shuttle, you see that all the doors are shut and it's starting to take off.
Crap. Okay.
Okay, get us right up there. Get us within 60 feet.
Okay.
I can at least try to clog their engine.
Wait, does it work on non-creatures?
I have no idea, but engines should take some kind of fuel, right?
Yeah, they take fuel.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast a rank 2 gravity sphere
Oh boy.
inside of one of the engines, just completely mincing it.
Oh no.
I didn't have time to look up the disruption wave. I'm looking that up now. That's probably the better one to use in this case.
But the idea of a gravity sphere in the engine is great.
Oh, that would be much better. Yeah. No, that's for life. Never mind.
Good thing I had a general idea of what was going to have happen next session.
That's good.
It happened sooner than I thought. I make things so much more difficult for y'all. I was just trying to be nice.
But see, we have a job,
Yeah.
and we don't like people stopping us from doing our job.
I want my money.
I think the gravity sphere is the one that I'm going to choose to cast.
Okay.
Alright, how does that work?
Gravity sphere. 60 feet, concentration up to 10 minutes. You create a sphere of crushing kinetic force at a point of your choice within range. The sphere has a 20-foot radius and is fixed at that point for the duration. The area inside of that sphere counts as difficult terrain and creates a dark aura in the air that lightly obscures the area. Each creature that starts its turn in the sphere or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is considered restrained as long as it remains in the area or until it breaks free.
Okay.
Don't know if creature's the same as the space shuttle.
Yeah, but I would imagine difficult terrain would certainly rattle whatever mechanical bits are inside of that engine. That's my logic.
Kind of. Because difficult terrain is usually in reference to ground, and it's off of the ground and slowly rising.
I'm talking about the smooth surfaces on the inside. I mean, you can choose to make it not work.
I'm like, I don't want to take all the fun away from y'all. What do you have to roll to see if this works?
I don't roll anything. A creature restrained by the sphere can use its action to make a strength check against you. Must make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, and what's the DC for that?
That's probably going to be 13.
Okay, because it rolled a 14.
There you go.
Well,
You try, and it catches for a second, but the engines were already powered up enough to where it isn't able to take full effect. And once they realize someone just tried to cast a spell on them, they're like, okay, we need to move faster, and it lifts up out of the bubble, and it just takes off.
Shadow, it's in the air. Take him down if you can. If not, come back and pick us up.
Still getting this damn tracker off. Give me one more second. Sona, can you run a tracking program on them or something? Yes, I can, Captain. I can also extrapolate the likely planets they are to return to. Hey, there, finally got the thing off. Give me a couple seconds, I'll be out. Be ready for pickup. So the only real play way for y'all to get out of the bubble is to go back around to the entrance.
We go through the building and see if we can find any clues.
I want to?
Sure, why not?
as long as we're quick.
To use this, yay. Need a map. Dang it, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
Ooh.
Ignore that. That's later.
Yeah.
The maps!
It's this map.
I'm a map, 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 I'm a map.
I would like to look around for anything they might have left behind. Something that I can use to find them later.
As you're walking through, you can see the scuff marks and the drag marks from where they pulled something through. You also see there's a couple spots where it kind of looks like there was a small robot that got pulverized.
Oh, that's a shame.
I would like to investigate the little smashed robot guy.
I would like to investigate the other clues of like dragging marks or anything around the loading dock that they might have dropped in their haste to leave.
All right. Anna, I'm going to have you roll investigation, and since I think you've probably worked around these before, I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay.
And Faraday, you can also roll investigation.
Okay.
First one was a 16. Oh god, okay. Second roll was an 8, so we're gonna 16 on that, and my investigation modifier is 0. 16.
Alright, so that's enough that you recognize them as like little security droids. It's something you would normally see in smaller operations like this. They're easy to conceal, but they can also good at fending off intruders, and since this isn't as high stakes of a operation that they have going on here, it makes sense that they would have those instead of something more heavy duty installed to help fend off any intruders. And there's also the fact that this is kind of like a storage area.
But it does belong here in this building, in this guard outpost. It didn't like come from him.
Yeah, it does belong there, and you get the feeling that because sometimes they're triggered by proximity, and unless someone like inputs a code to say that they're supposed to be in the building, there's other security measures that will cause them to sort of not to deactivate when someone comes in. So if you get too close, it'll trigger an attack. So whoever came through here last probably triggered some of those and eventually smashed them to pieces. Okay. There's like some smears of blood on the floor. You could tell whoever broke in did sustain stomach damage, but it's not a lot.
And they have blood.
Yeah.
So they're not robots.
But they were attacked by little mini robots. And Farida, what'd you get?
I roll a 17. Looking around for evidence.
So there's the scuff marks, there's the blood left from the attack. There might be like some small scraps of cloth caught in the metal, but it didn't really have anything to drop.
I will take this cloth straps because I can probably use some form of investigation on that to figure out where it came from.
Alright. Lena, you doing anything?
I'm really not sure what to do.
I have pictures of the two people that did this. You might be able to send out a little message out on the darknet, see who knows who these people are.
Yeah, but part of me doesn't want to tip them off, but then again, they're already knowing that someone's after them. So, okay.
They're also the ones that are doing the thief.
Yeah, I'll see if anyone knows who those people are.
Okay, I'll pass her the pictures.
And when you put it out, you get to feel like with stuff like that, it's probably going to take a couple of minutes for anyone to start responding, even if you send it directly to people.
Yeah, but that'll take time while we go get picked up by Shadow and then head off.
While y'all are looking around, you see Sona. She's standing there, like, head turning back and forth, like she's scanning and, like, carefully picking her way through the room.
I will go to Sona and say, hey, whenever you're done with your scan, I have some pictures that might be useful in searching this out that you could probably use as well.
Wonderful. I will look at them on the ship.
Sounds good.
Vi, you said you wanted to general investigation?
I wasn't entirely sure what to do, but, yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm not entirely sure. So should I just do a perception check, I guess?
Yeah, do perception, I guess, like, looking for anything out of the ordinary, or...
Yeah, I got a 13, so...
Something in each of those spots that you can see from where you're standing that looks odd, but you're not entirely sure what it is.
Can I go to the yellow spot then and investigate?
So, you're just kind of walking up to it?
I mean, I'm looking for any traps, but I mean, it was a storage area, so there probably aren't any tripwires or anything.
How close do you get?
I would say, before taking like another look at it, maybe 10, 15 feet.
Almost stealth check.
Okay, I can do that. Get my behaving dice. Yes, that's 23.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, then I do a investigation check standing where I am.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That's a 10.
It's like some sort of like mechanical button. You're not entirely sure what it is or what it would do. You'd have to get closer to learn more.
Okay.
Or you could just leave it. It's totally up to you.
Does it look like that little robot that was smashed, or I can't tell?
You can't tell, it just kind of looks like a little metal button.
Oh, it's a button. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like with that low of an investigation.
Hey, what is it you're looking at?
It looks like a button, but I'm very suspicious of it.
Ooh, I would be too.
Yeah.
Can I look at it?
Sure, just I wouldn't come any closer than I am.
You're suspicious of everything, though. I'll gotta continue investigating the button, or Anima, are you still looking at the smashed remains of the other droid bots? Investigating anything else?
Where was the bot?
They're just kind of scattered in the open area. There's kind of like an open sort of curve that would make a pathway. There's just like one or two scattered there.
Okay, so I'm kind of just in the middle of the room. Yeah.
Yeah. You can also see the buttons.
I can see the weird things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the red one.
How close do you get?
So I'm gonna get like 5 feet.
Okay. Stealth check.
Cool. Okay. Holy shit, this dice loves me tonight. That is also a nat 20.
Yay!
Nice.
And you don't activate it.
Okay.
Make y'all fight something, okay?
Our dice no, BJ. dice say no.
That's fine. I'll get to have my fun another way.
I guess I'll investigate it.
Roll investigation.
It's a 19 plus 0, 19.
And since you know more about these, it's a security droid that has not yet been activated. You can tell it also hasn't been deactivated. It's just waiting for something to trigger it. And somehow, roll a straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. It's a 6 plus 0.
They can be feisty, but you're pretty sure you can destroy it with one hit. But it's also not activated.
Alright.
Anima, do you find anything interesting over there?
Oh, it looks like one of those security robots that hasn't been activated yet, but it is sort of in sleep mode, so that if we do the wrong thing, it will probably start to try and kill us. But it doesn't look particularly strong. I think we could take them if we were to accidentally activate them, but probably the best idea would be to not do that.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Should we just then wait for Shadow?
May I look around and investigate to see if I can find where are the spots where the ones that would have been on the floor or that are currently destroyed on the floor would have come out of?
Welcome to.
But do it from a good distance. I'm being very careful and respectful of the fact that these are security robots, and they probably have a proximity thing going on with them.
Y'all are so freaking stealthy.
Yeah, for someone who's 6'6", I have a +2 on stealth.
You're welcome to.
And, oh, that's sad. That's just an 8.
You're not entirely sure where they came from.
That was a 3 plus 5.
So around this time, you hear, hey, where are you guys? I've got the ship. Come on, let's go.
Answer back around the back, and then I head out the short way.
You can't
That way
leave
I
the
don't
bubble on that side.
Risk,
But we have the dune buggy.
and the ship can enter through the bubble on that side because the other ship just left.
It
through
was a
that bubble
tiny
on that
shuttle. Sona can lead you through without activating any of them, so come on, this way. Follow me.
side. Never mind, around front.
We follow.
Radioing to the captain.
Shadow's like, I was about to say, I can't really get y'all from the back, and if you try to walk out the bubble, that doesn't end well for you.
I guess we're just gonna leave those poor people's, buggy here.
Yep, they can come and find it.
Yeah, they can come get it. It's in the same bubble.
They've got more than one.
And they were the ones that lost this in the first place.
Alright, so you go up to the front, and Shadow's got the ramp down for you guys to get on. And you hear her shouting from the front, Yep, I was able to pick them up on the radar. If we move quickly, we can catch them before they can move whatever it is somewhere where we can't get to it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I'm already in and running up the ladder up to the front of the ship to see what's up.
Yep, going up.
Yeah, everyone gets up, and Sona comes up and goes and sits next to the captain. She says, everyone is on board, we're good to move. Alright, everyone, sit down at the table. Sit down, strap yourself in. This might be a bit bumpy, but we don't have a lot of time. I have a suspicion of what these people have, and I'd rather not lose it.
Sounds good. So I'll send this to your personal email server so it doesn't distract you while we're fighting. But you can access it whenever you need to.
Thank you. And the ramp races back up, and the ship takes off, and it is a little bumpy, but it's not too bad because, since it's a smaller planetoid, the atmosphere isn't as hard to get in and out of, so, it's just a little rumbly. You shake in your seat a little bit, but you don't know when falls. You can hear Shadow and Sona talking in the front. Some of it is in common. Okay, we've locked onto their system. They are going to the nearby planet. Wonderful. And at some point they switch into Dindus, which AC roll perception.
Okay. That is it's a 10 minus 1. That's a 9. God, I gotta increase that perception.
So they've lowered their voices when they start talking about it, so you pick up, it's a scout that they found. Do move fast. Don't know why they want it. Go ahead and radio. Let people know. And that's about all you pick up.
Does everyone at least hear that they're talking from common into Dendis? We're just not understanding the Dendis portion?
When they switched into Dendis, they started talking softer. If y'all want to roll perception to see if you hear any of it.
Any of the conversation in common? Okay. Yep.
Conversation in common is talking about tracking them, but roll to see if you would hear them talking in Dendis, or be able to tell that they aren't in common when they're whispering.
Yeah, sure.
I'm probably not paying attention to them in the first place. I'm probably changing the artistic loadout of my spells so that they don't look the same the next time that I use it on them.
I love that so much.
23.
They're definitely whispering in the not common language that you figured out is Dindus, but you still don't really know what that means.
Can I mental missive to Ferda real quick, asking, they're trying to hide things from us again by speaking in Dendis. How petty should I be at their friend via the shadow net? Since apparently we're all friends here.
Since I'm gonna have my computer out, I'm just gonna type in the command prompt and to send a message to you instead of actually casting or acting like I'm casting anything. I'm just gonna say, you do you, hun, but I would rather not pick a fight with the captain.
Well,
I have a quick out of character question. Does Anima know that they don't know that language?
I don't know if Anna would realize that no one else in the crew knows that language, and she also just realized that it is a different language. Because it was her first time encountering it.
That's true.
Can I roll for cluelessness to see if Farida should ask
Roll for cluelessness.
if Anima speaks the language that they're speaking?
Let's say that's an intelligence check.
Sure.
can I also do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Anima, are you giving any sort of reaction to show that you might recognize it? I know you don't emote a whole lot, but there might be some reaction because it's part of a thing that you find a little confusing.
Yeah, maybe I frown a little bit.
Damn it. It's okay, I rolled an 8. Both of you are going to dice jail.
I also
Gee,
rolled an 8, so...
Well, actually, no, roll and make it or insight to see if you catch that Anima's reacting to what they're saying.
Okay. You said insider perception?
Insight makes more sense because it's like you're saying if you can notice that she's reacting to something.
I feel like this would be passive insight,
Whichever's higher.
right? Because we're not really being active about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, one of them is a roll and the other one's not. I rolled a 15 and a 1 and a 14 is my basic passive insight.
So my passive is 14 as well.
You guys do notice that Anima's giving some sort of reaction to the captain and Sona speaking in Dindus.
Is everything okay there, Anima?
Oh, it's just that there's a strange conversation in the brig. Or in the brig? What? In the bridge.
We're not in the brig yet.
We're not in the brig yet. We might be after this conversation.
Yeah.
What does it sound like they're talking about? I haven't been paying attention.
They're saying that something about a scout and finding something and radioing someone. It's very unclear.
Okay, so I am hiding something from you in this. So I don't know if you want to roll insight against me or anything like that. I'm being really casual, oh, I had no idea.
Anima, you want to roll an insight and then have Ferda roll a deception?
Vi's just not really saying anything right now.
I'm actually not going to do that because I think Anima's personality is a little too trusting for that.
That's fair.
That's fair. I also did roll a 20 on my deception.
Okay.
So might...
Ferda honestly was not paying attention.
She wasn't paying attention, but she was made aware that there was a conversation happening, but she still hadn't heard it. She's changing her loadout from a dark black and green to neon pink and purple, the very opposite.
Also, Philina, are you gonna try and see if you can get any information out of Classical Nut or anything else of that sort?
I'll go message Classical Nut and see if they have any updates. If they found anything new out. I'll say that right now that it was stolen from the facility we were supposed to get the package from. And so we're chasing after it right now. Do they have any updates on
About what it could be?
Yeah.
Then this is the fastest you've ever heard back from Classical Nut. Where are they taking it?
Don't know, haven't looked yet.
Yeah, our friends are talking about that now.
Were you able to see what it is?
Large box looks heavy.
I go back to the pictures that I have of them loading it up. Does the box look distinctive in any way? Like a logo on the side, or a specific kind of carrying, a more specialized lock on it?
Roll an investigation.
Ah, poop. That's a 9.
Can I also roll investigation at the photo as well? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's also a 9.
It's kind of a funky looking box.
Hey, Anima, do you see anything in this picture that looks particular?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, Jesus, my dice rolled somewhere it was not supposed to. Okay. That is my investigation was 0, right? Yeah, that's a 16.
Okay.
It doesn't exactly look like a box. It looks like it's something on a dolly, and you can kind of see what it looks like it could be legs or feet. It's not humanoid. It looks more like something from a suit, but you can't really tell. But it doesn't look like a box.
I'm gonna point to the bottom and go, are those feet?
Wait, what?
Wow, you have really good eyesight. I thought that looked like a box.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, looks like a box to me.
Oh, well, thank you for pointing that out.
Yep, thank you.
My pleasure.
I roll to see if... Oh, yeah. Shadow got an 18 for her perception. So he said that she was just like, wait, what?
Hey, Shadow, want to look at this picture that I took of the people that are running away with our stuff? You should look at it.
Bring it up here. I'm busy flying the ship.
I'll send it to your HUD so you don't have to look away.
Good. Also, we're getting close. It seems to be heading towards Scion Zero. Not a lot on here aside from like a mushroom farming operation of some sort.
That sounds exciting.
Doesn't look like they're going for the main city though. So you send it to Shadow and there's a couple seconds and she's just like, well, shit, this just got complicated.
You know what it is, Shadow?
I have a suspicion.
There was mushroom farming on Scion Zero?
Yes, it's a mushroom farm.
Okay, an entire planet dedicated to farming mushrooms.
Do you want to share with the class, Shadow, about your suspicion?
Only more moments we get there. We're going to be entering the atmosphere soon. Hold on. This is going to be a little rough.
For flavor-wise, Farida working on her spells is also going to be the time that she uses her Esper recovery to recover 2 of her spell slots. She has been doing that during this flight before we start jiggling around to enter the atmosphere.
Gotcha.
So I message Classical Not back so they don't think something's happened. The package kind of looks like legs, but your friend isn't explaining what it is right now. What it may be right now.
It's a long pause.
Uh-huh.
Or you get a response back saying, thank you. I'll investigate. Keep in touch. I need everyone to roll dexterity.
Just pure dex? Oof.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, saving throw. That's an 8.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see if your multicolored dice are being nice. Oh, they're not being nice. Also going to dice jail, and that's a 5.
Anima,
Not a 6.
you all fall out of your chairs. Like, no real damage done aside to your right, but you all just get rattled out of your chairs and fall to the floor one after the other.
I look at the seatbelt that I definitely put on whenever we took off and say, isn't this exactly what these things are for?
And it's like two light thumps and then a big old whomp.
Right. Okay, so Farida, since you specifically said you had your seatbelt on, you don't fall completely out, but you're kind of like hanging sideways.
Okay. This is fine.
See, you don't hit the floor, but you're kind of hanging sideways out of your seat.
This is fine. I try to, in a dignified fashion, pull myself back into my chair.
And you hear Shadow say, told y'all to hold on. Everyone all right back there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I at least wear my seatbelt.
Alright, we should be landing in just a couple of seconds. I recommend stay seated.
I tighten the seatbelt so that I don't go flying out of it next time.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Anima is just gonna stay on the floor. You can't rattle out of a seat when you're on the floor already.
That is brilliant logic, and I love it.
A couple more minutes pass, the ship finally kind of settles down, and you hear the engines start their shutdown procedure. Shadow gets out and says, he's like, come on, let's go, we don't have much time. We tracked him here. Looks like another used outpost. Let's go.
We're all going this time?
Yeah, because if this is what I think it is, I need to see it for myself.
Okay, what do you think it is? Now that we're all moving in the same direction at the same time.
Something that's going to complicate things and something that doesn't need to go to the Federation. Come on, like, as you're stepping out, you see the outpost, and there's this garage door that's closing as the 2 people you were chasing just zip on speeders. As the door closes, you can see the shuttle still in there.
Okay.
Farida mutters under her breath, party time. Like, really, like the super sarcasm, like, oh joy, here we go again. But also, I want an insight check on Shadow.
Okay. She's just walking up to the garage and be like, Sona, get it open.
I want to find out why she was saying it in that way. Why is she hiding it from us? Or, yeah, that's what I want.
I'd also like to do an insight check.
Do an insight check.
Dice jail. That's a 9.
14!
Y'all wrote insight. She's on deception. She's definitely holding something back, but you can't tell what it could be.
but it's not like a sense of ulterior motives or why she's keeping it from us. It's just a sense of not yet. Farida's fine with that.
She doesn't want to say anything until she knows for sure.
Yeah, she'll buy that.
She's not ready to talk about it yet, and as she makes the comment about if it's what she thinks it is, it's something that doesn't really need to go to the Federation, she just briefly glances at you, and then focuses back on Sona trying to hack into the garage door.
Okay, I see that.
Anima was just looking straight ahead when she looked at her.
So I follow that glance, the glance to Anima, and kind of want to insight check Anima into that response, that whole looking ahead response.
Is Anima internally questioning things, or is it she just... What's going on in her head?
I don't want to give anything away if Rita's gonna do a check on me.
Yeah.
Rita, do your check.
Alright, that's a 21.
Oh shit, okay. Do I need to contest that?
Are you trying to hide?
Yeah, a little bit.
Deception.
Can I also do an insight check?
Go for it.
I don't want to be like the only one who doesn't know. Okay, that's
Well,
18.
Shadow rolled terribly. She's distracted.
if there is different information you would like us to know, you can direct message us if you have different information you need us to know.
Well, DM knows things.
Or that.
Question, what would I be contesting that with?
Deception check.
Oh, that's a nat failure.
They see everything. You're trying to hide it. They see everything. I mean, even Shadow saw it, and she rolled a 5.
Yeah, that was a nat 1. I don't have any other dice, so I can't put you in dice jail.
Don't worry, you'll have a collection soon. What are you trying very poorly to hide?
Doesn't like the thought of that because these are orders and that's what she's supposed to do. But because Shadow is also like a figure of authority to her now, she also like doesn't want to mistrust her captain.
Would you like to insight check Shadow at any point?
Bringing that back is the task that she has been given to carry out, right? So there's that loyalty, but then also Shadow is like a figure of authority to her at this point, so she also doesn't want to mistrust her captain, and I am not going to insight check her for a similar reason that I didn't to Farida earlier.
Farida.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
So Anima's basically torn between her loyalty to the Federation and to Shadow. Okay, cool.
I'm not going to say it's loyalty to the Federation right now. That's not a thing that I'm going to put out there.
Obligation.
I'm going to say it's obligation.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
obligation. Yeah.
Okay, well, through all of those insight checks and variety of things, Farida's like, okay, these are cool people. I can dig this. I can work with these people. They're not going to actively try to screw me over. I'm cool.
Vi doesn't think the same thing, but Vi's gonna keep her mouth shut.
Out of character, I was having a lot of fun.
I was also going to mention Shadow doing something, but she rolled like a 21, 22 on that sleight of hand, so unless you're intently staring at Shadow, you're probably not going to notice.
No.
My eyes were on Anima to catch the reaction to Shadow saying that thing, so.
She's still doing this like after. It's probably going to take another like minute or two for Sona to pack into the garage.
Okay, well, there's a passive perception of 12 here. That's all I got.
I have passive of 16, so.
That doesn't seem to be calculated right. On mine, 12 seems really low, considering that I have it is a +2 on perception, but I'm also proficient in perception.
Okay.
Oh well, not worrying about it.
She's guarded, but this whole thing's kind of weird.
Why is the sun still up? It's like 9.
Weird.
Oh my god.
About a minute or so goes by, and then Sona's just like, got it, and the garage door opens, and you see the shuttle, and it's off, and it's locked, and yeah, it's just like, damn, this couldn't be easy. Sona, can you crack this?
I was just gonna see if I can do a perception check of the room, but
The garage is mostly empty. It's pretty dusty, and like the only thing really in there is actually, so the first link I sent you, that is the map for the abandoned outpost. That's what it looks like. Right now you can just sort of see into the shuttle bay, and you can see where the armory just basically looks like lockers. Shadow asks Sona, hey Sona, how fast can you crack this? Take me a little longer, but I can get into this. Right, get to it.
into the shuttle?
Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't here long enough to have offloaded anything, so whatever they stole is probably still on the shuttle, and we need to find out what that is. When I get hacking, if you need anything, let me know. I want to explore this place, just don't wander too far.
What does the outside of this shuttle look like? Does it look like a minivan with a couple of jets on the bottom?
Kind of like that, like slightly nicer than a minivan with jets on the bottom.
So like the captain's cruiser from Star Trek. which looks like a slightly larger minivan.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna grab just a piece of something, I don't know, like a pencil or something, and toss it in one of the engines, just to like sabotage the chance of it ever taking off. Well, if they start it.
Go for it.
Like, I'm just gonna place like a combat knife through the turbine, and if someone chooses to start it up, it'll have to get through a combat knife.
You have a combat knife.
I'm assuming because there's an explorer's pack here. Not like a fighting thing, just like a stick.
The garage is mostly empty, but you can probably find like a stick or like a little short piece of metal you can jam in there.
I'll grab like a screwdriver and put it in between the fans, not to actively destroy anything, because maybe we need to hop into this later.
The Jaeger's parked like literally right outside.
Well, you never know when the entire crew is off the ship and somebody might want to double back and take control of the Jaeger.
Roll and investigate. Well, actually, no, you don't even really need to roll it. You can tell no one's really been in this outpost for a while. It's like really dusty. Like I said, there's a couple odds and ends, but nothing particularly valuable.
That's fine. I'm just getting a piece of junk and putting it.
And there's also marks from where the people have sort of walked around in there, but it doesn't look like they've been particularly far. It's like they're only really using this place for the garage. There is a door and you can explore the entire thing. Like I said, the armory, it's not as much a room as like kind of looks like the same armory cabinet that's on the ship, except for it's bigger for reasons.
Nice.
And so yeah, y'all are welcome to investigate anything and everything you want. It's gonna be a while for Sona to crack.
I'd like to investigate the armory.
Okay, go for it. Roll investigation.
That 11. Let me pull it up. Investigation. 12.
A couple boxes of ammo and some simple weapon repair kits.
Ooh, I'll take the weapon repair kits.
You can tell that they've been used with the stuff and they're still like decent quality.
Nice.
Okay.
Can't do anything real fancy, but like if you want to do like tweaks to things, you can do it.
Okay, so nothing I can like take really.
You can take that a little bit, but there's nothing particularly of value in there. Maybe like some faded scraps of paper. They don't really have anything on there. Pencil, just random stuff that someone forgot to grab when they were leaving and never went back for because they didn't think it was important.
Okay, so there's 0 weapons or anything, just some extra ammo and then the used repair kits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So write down that you have that.
Okay.
This is why we take notes.
1 repair kit?
There are 2, but they're both missing pieces, so if you put it all together, it's about a single repair kit.
Okay.
Well, if the baddies are here, this building doesn't look very big. Should we go ahead and confront them?
I ran off on speeders.
Oh, they're not even in the building.
No.
Oh, they left. Okay.
Then I'm gonna go see if I can find the doors to the rest of this space.
Yeah.
I forgot to put them in there, but you can get into everything.
Okay.
So you can just sort of poke around, explore, and see what you find.
I'm gonna kick open the door to the main room, making as much noise as possible.
Roll me a strength check.
Good.
The stealthy person's size.
Ooh, that's not as bad as I expected it to be. A strength check. That's gonna be an 18.
The door slams open really loudly, and there's just kicks up this cloud of dust off of the floor. Okay, now roll me a con save to see if you start sneezing.
Okay, so you're going with those things, those rolls. Alrighty, con save. That's a 4.
Start sneezing.
I sneeze.
It's not like you're gonna die, you just kind of start sneezing. You have a little sneezing fit.
Alright.
Before anyone goes too far, I say if anyone finds a locked box or anything, I can help with that.
There is a locked ship that you might be able to help with. You might be able to double their speed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Shaw's gonna be like, you have any experience breaking into ships?
I have a data lock code breaker if that helps.
That absolutely helps. Get over here, this thing's proving rather difficult.
Okay.
A lock is a lock is a lock.
Yeah, it would be D20 plus your proficiency modifier since you're proficient with the tool.
Okay. Proficiency modifier. Where? I'm just gonna. Ugh. That would be an 8. It's not.
Somebody.
Okay, that dice is not behaving.
Hey, Anima, while they're breaking some codes, would you like to help me clear the rest of this building? I'm asking if you want to.
I'll go with you, sure.
That was less of a conundrum than I thought it would be. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not. No, I'll go with you.
Cool, let's do it. Her hands start glowing pink.
Shadow just kind of looks over at the two of you and smiles, and then when she notices the pink hands, she just looks eyebrow raise.
It's basically loading up my cantrips.
Okay.
So it's like loading up Force Bolt in both hands. It would be the same as the badass people being like, all right, let's do this, and then they cock their shotgun.
Okay. She was not expecting the pink. Vilena, what did you get for the thing?
I got an 8.
Okay.
So Bit faster, but not much.
It helps. I'm gonna let the other two explore some, and then we can try again.
Okay.
Where do you guys want to explore next?
You kicked open the main room, so I guess there.
Only investigation.
Let's tiptoe in case there are any traps.
After you kicked open the door?
Kicking open the door had the intention of kicking off any traps that would be automated, like those little robots, because then they'd have to come to the choke point of the door. 11 on my investigation.
All right.
14.
All right. What do you find? There's like hair ties, bobby pins, pens and pencils. Wait, no, that's the wrong room. Main room.
In the main room?
Sorry, I read the wrong room description.
What's the bathroom? The main room's a bathroom?
Shush. I read the wrong description. Okay, so there's everything's real dusty. Furniture hasn't been moved or sat on in a while, and there's like a little bookshelf on one wall. There's like a couple of deep kind of tropey fictional titles on the bookshelf. Maybe like some coasters on the table, but just there's not much there.
Ferrita will take 2 books, put one in her bag, put the other one in her pocket.
There's like 2 or 3 books.
Oh, that's not much of a bookshelf. Okay. I will offer the 3rd book to Anima.
Anima, she'll take it. Stick it in her backpack.
I mean, they're bulletproof.
Okay.
I mean, they are. So that's a thing.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled to see what kind of cheap novel it would be, and it was... You got the cheesy, trashy romance one that you just gave to Anima.
Oh, that's the one I wanted. Hey, we can trade for it later. Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Where do y'all want to go next?
I would like to go to the kitchen.
I will follow, which is probably the order that we should have gone into the main room, but you know.
Well, probably.
I'm imagining it's like from the armory you can go into the main room, and the main room it's either like you can go into the kitchen or the bunk room.
Gotcha.
So roll investigation.
Investigation on the kitchen. Okay. That's a 4.
That's a 7.
Well, the cabinets are open. You find nothing. It's not a particularly big kitchen. There's a broken pot handle that's crumbling slightly.
Cool.
There's a fork jammed under one of the cabinets. You're not sure how, and it just will not come out unless you like really fight with it.
Can I roll a strength check to get the fork out?
Go for it. Roll a strength check to see if you can pull the rusty fork out from underneath the cabinet.
Okay.
Hey, that can deal an extra poison damage from the tetanus that you'll get.
Well, that's good because I'm pretty sure I have resilience against poison as an Ashen Forged, so that's fine. Okay, and plus, what do I add for strength?
20 plus your strength modifier.
It won't be under your skills, it'll be under the ability scores that are at the top of your...
So 10, that's a 13. 10 plus 3.
Alright, it takes some working, but you get the rusty fork out from under the thing, and oddly enough, all the little tines on the fork are actually straight. Until you do the final tug, and then it bends one of them.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna put the fork on the counter. I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna put it on the counter. It was just bothering me.
If you had pulled too hard, it was gonna snap in half.
That would have been really annoying.
Alright, back to Vilena real quick while you're trying to help. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Ugh. 12, but my passive perception is 16.
Okay, so we're gonna go with your passive and the fact that
Thank
Shadow
you.
did not roll great on her sleight of hand. While you and Sona are trying to get into the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
she has her non-Federation sim unit out and she's
Yep.
messaging someone.
Hmm.
She has a worried look on her face.
I'm trying to figure out how annoyed Vilena is right now.
You're welcome to say something if you want to.
Yeah, I kind of do, but I'm not sure if it's as Vilena or just... Let me check something.
Promise things will get explained.
Unless we die.
Eventually.
Eventually.
I say to Shadow, I decide to not be extremely petty and just be like, any new information, Shadow?
She just kind of looks up at you and is like, "Oh, no new information, I'm just updating people on certain situations, because if this ends up being what I think it might be, we might need to get out Federation."
It's a dreaded unknown thing that people are worried about and won't tell us. Okay.
Promise, I will explain. I just want to explain it to you all at once.
Promises don't necessarily mean anything.
You hear the door to the bunk room get kicked in.
Jeez, she's not subtle at all. Probably gonna be insufferable once we get her out of here.
No traps!
Do we need to both roll a con save for the dust again?
Please.
I
Okay.
covered my mouth this time. I learned my lesson the first time.
Anima didn't learn any lessons.
It was also not standing right there last time Farida did it.
So also that'd be a saving throw. Okay, that is a 24.
It does not bother you at all.
Even though I covered my mouth, I rolled a 1, so it still gets a little bit in my nose. You still hear a sneeze from far away.
You start having like a minute-long sneezing fit.
I say to Shadow as this is going on, you expect the person who entertains for a living and does her own light shows to be subtle?
Oh, but to be fair, I wasn't expecting any of this.
So you're aware, Anima is like patting Farida on the back a little bit.
Farida, you're doubled over slightly, but after about a minute, the sneezing subsides.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That really helped out. It doesn't look like there are any traps. At least I hope not. after all that noise.
Seems like maybe the dust was the trap.
That's probably the case. Note to self, wear the helmet next time.
Or just don't kick open doors in dusty buildings.
Hey, I like tripping traps before I'm standing on.
Alright, so roll me investigation, see what you find.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Nice.
Hey, get back. That is a I think. So that's a 13.
Okay, so there's just like a couple of cots and then like a bunk on one wall. This is where you find the random hair ties, the bobby pins, a pencil, and Farida, as you're searching, you check a nightstand drawer. Pretty much all the drawers are empty, but in one of them you open it and you find a couple of notebooks. And when you flip through, it's just some stuff sort of like talking about different research they've done on the different medicinal properties and how to grow different kinds of fungus and how different funguses interact with different Esper powers, and like some talks about just musings about Esper powers in general.
The bits about Esper powers I pause on and like dog-ear those pages so I can go back to them later. I'm narrating what I'm finding to Anima, so Anima knows what I'm saying as well.
Okay.
And I'll say, okay, so let's be honest here. Nobody's been here in a long time. I'm gonna pocket these. Would you like one of them?
No thank you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Everything you find is big enough to stick in a pocket.
Dope.
If one person tried to carry everything, they would run out of pocket space, but everything is pocket size, so...
I'm also thinking, conveniently, we have a ship a couple steps away. I could just empty out my pockets whenever we get there and move on with life.
Odd question. Does Vi hear what they found, or is it just...
I was gonna say that we start coming back pretty quickly because time is of the essence, so...
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if you grabbed any bobby pins.
To be fair, I think Farida has enough of those.
Okay, cool.
As a performer.
Also, old gross bobby pins that you don't know whose they are. Like, ew.
No, thank you. I'm good.
The lockpicks.
I mean, I can just use one of my own to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Violina, roll another check to see if you can make any progress with your decoder thing.
Okay, and that would just be for proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Ugh, that's a 7.
So I'll give you advantage because you and Sona have been working on it for a while.
Thank you. Ah, that's a nat 1. Nope.
I'm sorry, but I'll give you advantage. Ah, that's a nat 1. Is just one of the best sentences to hear in D&D. I love it.
Not from the person who's rolling.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Trying to help you, like, after a second, Farida and Anima, this is while you're still kind of searching that Violina is having issues, and Sona's, hey, Sona, I need you to step off. Some business to take care of on the Jaeger. You'll see your instructions on your sim. Sona just like, sort of pauses, looks at her, and after a second, she just nods and gets up and walks up. Here, let me take a crack at it and see how she does. Oh, yeah. Sona leaves and Shadow cracks it within, like, 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
I've accidentally been locked out of shuttles before, she explained, and shrugs as the shuttle starts to go through its opening sequence. And this is about when Farida and Anima come in. Sona's been out doing something over on the Jaeger for about, maybe 5 minutes. Takes another few minutes for Shadow to convince the shuttle door to open. And when it opens, not a box. It looks surprisingly like Sona, except for it's larger. And it seems like it's a more specialized suit. And in the centerpiece, you see this sort of very faint swirling light. And Shadow's just like, oh, shit. Aboard the Opal Star is an Esper Genesis 5e actual play podcast DM'd and produced by Brianna Toiber as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network.
I'm Casey, and I'm playing Anima the Ashenforged.
Victor, and I'm playing Farida the Promethean.
My name's Alexis, and I am playing Vilena Sorel, the Eldori.
Music is by Patrick Chester of Chester Studios. To see more of his work, visit his website at chesterstudios.net. Find out more about Pseudonym Social by visiting our website at pseudonymsocial.wordpress.com. If you like what we're doing and would like to support us, please consider leaving a review or donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial.